Genesis chapter 9 starts off with these words. Then God blessed Noah and his sons, saying to them, Be fruitful and increase in number and fill the earth. The fear and dread of you will fall upon all the beasts of the earth, and of all the birds of the air, upon every creature that moves along the ground, and upon all the fish of the sea. They are given into your hands. Everything that lives and moves will be food for you. Just as I gave you green plants, I now give you everything. But you must not eat meat that has its lifeblood still in it. And for your lifeblood, I will surely demand an accounting. I will demand an accounting from every animal, and from each man too. I will demand an accounting for the life of his fellow man. Whosoever sheds the blood of man, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of God has God made man. As for you, be fruitful and increase in number, and multiply on the earth, and increase upon it. So we see this first part of the Noahic Covenant here, and this will be enough to what we kind of deal with today. But the first part here is God tells Noah to be fruitful and multiply. But notice he does not tell him to take dominion. This was given to Adam, but Adam has lost dominion. And we spoke about this, and perhaps we'll talk more about it. But he makes a covenant with Adam that is broken, and then makes another covenant here with Noah, which will be to all people. And we see that since man is made in God's image, there is not to be murder. And if anyone murders, whether animal or human, that person's life is to be taken, because that's deserving of death, for only God can take life. So if someone takes the lifeblood of a human, they're to be required of that life. But for the first time here, we see God kind of give permission for eating of animals. Sometimes people point to the Garden of Eden, saying, hey, they were vegetarians. They ate plants. That's how we should live. Unfortunately, though, for Adam, food would have been abundant. He would have planted, it would have grown. There'd be no bad crops. There'd be rain. There'd be everything he would need. But that was broken, right? Sin broke that cycle. And so now the ground is going to work against us. Planets are working against us. There'll be droughts. What he had dominion over the animals was to name them and to be caretakers for them. Now the fear of man will be in the animals, and he won't have dominion over them, and he'll have to use them as food. And so this is what the scripture talks about: creation, groaning, right? Moaning and groaning for redemption, because we're supposed to live in harmony and have dominion over the world. Yet the world, because of sin, is now at enmity with us, and now we're having to eat animals. So it's not a sin to eat animals. This is part of survival. Animals eat other animals, and humans eat other humans. But this is a consequence of the fall. That's what we look forward, as it talks about in Isaiah, with the lion, with the wolf, not the lion. There's the lion and the lamb, but it says the wolf and the lamb will lie together, and one won't eat each other. So we see redemption being restored. And the lion and the lamb analogy, which many confuse there, is really of Christ, that he is both a lion and a lamb who is going to rule his people, and in fact is ruling his people. And we have this hope as God leads us, that he's leading all things to consummation. But right now, we are in this time in turmoil where the world is fighting against us. Our bodies are breaking down. Sin and decay are ever present. But our hope is in paradise, is in a restored universe that God brings about.